So, this is awkward. In a recent video, I posted my thoughts about the clip from Wreck-It Ralph 2, where the other princesses don't understand Merida's accent, after being asked several times on Facebook and Twitter for my opinions on it. Being Scottish myself, it makes sense. So I did, and I seem to have opened the floodgates of hell. People telling me, it's just a joke, it's just a kid's movie, lighten up, blah blah blah. Most people who type these things are new to my channel, which is fine. My channel isn't for them. My channel is primarily a place for me to geek out over things I love. Might it be animated TV shows, movies, or video games. I do often take things too seriously though, and perhaps I do read too much into things, and yes, I do get easily offended. I am a firm believer in being accountable for your mistakes, and before I can move on to other topics on this channel, I need to apologise for getting a few things wrong in that video. I appreciate people pointing out the mistakes I made with the princesses' nationalities. Though this is still an ongoing debate in some aspects, I did get a few things majorly wrong. It's what happens when you're not good at the art of delegation. I take full responsibility and apologise to anyone I offended and those who lost respect for me. I write all the scripts for my videos. I also do all the editing, including sound, though I do get help from time to time and get constructive criticism from friends who are also YouTubers. I am still learning and I have a long way to go to get to the quality I want my videos to be at. However, there are mistakes that I just can't ignore here, so let me apologise now. The first main mistake I made is with Ariel's nationality. Ariel is Danish, not Dutch. Though if you really want to split hairs, she is technically Atlantean since she's not human, but for the sake of argument, let's stick with Danish since The Little Mermaid was written by Hans Christian Andersen and this story is set in Denmark. And though Frozen is based on The Snow Queen, which is also written by Hans Christian Andersen and is also set in Denmark, Frozen is set in Norway, so I used that as Anna and Elsa's nationality. However, I also used the wrong flag here, so I apologise about that. I also said that Rapunzel was German, but the film Tangled is in fact set in Poland, so Rapunzel is actually Polish. I said Aurora was French because the original author of the story, Charles Perrault, was French, and the story was set in France. The Disney version of the story may appear to be set in England, and the voice actor who is American but does a British accent for the character, the story is set in France. True, the majority of these well-known fairy tales were retold by the Brothers Grimm. I am trying to go with either where the original story is set or where the movie itself is set, instead of going with the German versions of the stories. As for Jasmine, I said she was from Iraq or Iran. This one was difficult to place since Agrabah is a fictional place and the origins of the 1001 Nights story is a little clouded. I put Jasmine as Iraq or Iran because Aladdin is based on 1001 Nights, which was written in the Middle East, or Saudi Arabia, and the architecture in the movie is reminiscent of the architecture in Iran or Iraq, so I went with Iran or Iraq. Also, Sultan is an Arab terminology for ruler, so again, I just went for Iran or Iraq. I'm probably wrong there, but, it's up to debate. There are theories that the story originated in China, which it probably did, but words used in the story refer to Muslim practices, which would imply that the story travelled and changed over time. I didn't want to just put Middle East or Arabia since Arabia is a peninsula, and I didn't believe the story actually came from there. I went with what the architecture in the movie implied and concluded with Iraq, Iran. Again, I'm sorry if I'm wrong here, but, I just went with my gut. Sorry if I offended anyone, but without YouTube annotations, there's no way to correct the video itself without re-uploading a new version, which I simply do not wish to do. I updated the description and posted a pinned post apologising and correcting my mistakes shortly after upload. If there is anything else I ever get wrong in my videos, please let me know. Of course, if YouTube used some common sense for a change and brought back annotations so I could put all this in the original video, we could have avoided this whole misunderstanding. Also, I should proofread my scripts more. Thank you for watching my content, and I hope those of you who are new here stick around for more. Once again, I cannot apologise enough for my mistakes I made in the Merida video. I'm Munchkin. Stay creative.